I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022. Right now I'm doing an experiment with being carnivore-ish and counting calories. If you want to see the results, stick around and subscribe, and we can see how it goes. Don't forget to click the like button. Alright guys, let's have a weight check. It is Sunday morning. Let's see where we are. Alright. I'm not mad about it. My goodness, I ate a whole bunch of higher calorie stuff this week, but that's alright. Looky there. Looky there. Just stay strong, stay your course. Don't get mad at yourself. I want to show you all my toes. Hang on just a second. Well, first we want to see a solid number. Quit talking, Terry. Quit talking. I always laugh about selling pictures of my feet. Well, I can't sell pictures of my feet right now. I dug my ingrown toenails out, so I had to put a Band-Aid. And since I'm on that anti-platelet, the anticoagulants, so my blood don't clot very well right now, I have to use not just a Band-Aid. I got to put tissue under there to help absorb the blood as it comes out. Anyway, I wonder if somebody wants to buy pictures of feet that have Band-Aids and tissue on them. Ha! Hello. So it's Sunday, and hang on, my jacket's catching them. Isn't this a fun jacket? I got this at the thrift store. I know if y'all seen it before, but ain't that just fun? I like that it has like little decal flowers on it. Anyway, yeah, squirrel. Anyway, so Sundays I go eat with my mama. In case you're new to my channel, we haven't been able to do it in a little bit. I was gone, and she was gone, and then she had surgery on her face, and so anyway, so now we get to be together. We're going to go eat today. We usually go to Hickory House, and I change it up. Sometimes I get their oh my gosh, beef, the ground beef thing, not the burger, but the chop steak. Sometimes I get that. Sometimes I get a pork steak. Sometimes I get veggies. Sometimes I don't. So it just kind of varies. So I'll see what I get today, and I probably will eat the veggies today, just so you know. Anyway, so because I don't really eat breakfast before I go, I always take a protein coffee. This is the only day I take a protein coffee. I used to, on my way down, I would drink protein coffee in the mornings because I was trying to keep my protein up. And so it was an easy way of 100 calories, and you get a large amount of protein. But now I just do it on Sundays because I don't eat breakfast because I know I'm going to eat so much at Mom's when we go out to eat, and then I'm going to eat when I get home. So that's my deal on Sundays. I've almost got this blanket done. One of my coworkers is going to be a grandma. I tell you all the time I hate making blankets. They're just so boring. It's back and forth and back and forth. But I have to sew the ends in, so that's the pattern. But I'm taking this to Mom's, so that way, when we sit and talk, it gives my hands something to do. I may have a touch of squirrely girl ADHD. No, what? And I always take this along with me. This Tabatha, I bought this. Our Tabatha down in the comment section. Well, inspired by Grace Motivations. Anyway, so I take this with me, and that's what I put my notes on for church. So, all right, well, and there's a link, like if you would want a prayer journal, Tabatha sells them on Amazon. There's a link in my description. So, anyway, all right, well, I got to get a move on. So I got somebody messaging me. He is talking about, I had asked about if anybody had deer that was local. So he's messaging me right now as we speak. We might be meeting up, and it just depends on if it works out. So I have not cooked deer as an adult, maybe like years and years and years ago. I don't know much about it, but I'm kind of curious about trying other meats out there. So I'd like to go to, I know Aldi has random meats, but they say the person can't sell deer venison. I don't understand all the laws. But anyway, so I'm just kind of looking around to see what other kind of fun meats there are out there to try. So, all right, I'll see you all after church. Hey there, we're using one of Mom's table decors. I got you up eye level. Now when she puts this away, we're not going to be able to use it because I don't know if she, I know you're seeing my boob, sorry, but I'm hot. I got to take my jacket off. You know my mother keeps her house 11 degrees. Good night, Gertrude. Hi, how you doing? I'm done whining. Maybe. All right, so I have not eaten anything yet, just so you know. And let's see. I got to find out where we're at and pull out my little paper. Listen, I learned my lesson from last week. If he just throws any like extra verses in there that's not on this paper, I ain't writing it down because yours truly writes it down wrong. So I ain't going to do that. Anyway, so today it was Pastor Jared. He's the one who preached, talked, whatever you say, who gave us the message last week. Our main pastor is in Turkey right now, doing some kind of tour. So today's passage starts with Mark 12 verse 31. So that's kind of like our today's passage. And the sermon topic is, who are we? Not who are we the church, our church, but who are we the Christian? So, okay, looks like I start off with that. Mark 12, verse 31. The second, so this is whenever Jesus was asked, what is the first, what is the most important of the commandments? And he said the most important is love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your strength, and with all your might. So now he's going on to the second one. The second most important, it says, the second is love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. So we should love the Lord love the Lord first, then love our neighbor as ourselves. And then it goes into oh, yeah, I already told you that. So he said, we are people who love people. And it says, we love people as Christ loves us. And in John 15, chapter 15, verse 12 to 13, this is my command. Love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down his life for his friends. Nobody can love. I love y'all. I do. I love y'all. But I can't lay down my life for you. So, yeah, nobody can love you as much as Jesus loves you. But I can love you, just not that much. No offense. I just mean I just physically can't. So it says there's no greater love than there is no greater love than Jesus giving his life. He even gave it for those who don't believe and those who don't know him. Like, we hadn't even met him yet 2,000 years ago. But he laid down his life for me and you. And even if you don't know him and don't believe in him, he laid his life down for you. Because he was like, I still love you, even if you don't love me. So there's no greater love than to die for somebody who don't even know you, doesn't like you, and doesn't acknowledge you. That's pretty serious. Let's see. So, and then he talked about how, he said, we don't have to do things, we get to do things. And he said that's kind of a mindset that we need to work on just in life in general. You don't have to go to a coworker's wedding, you get to go to a coworker's wedding. You don't have to be nice to your enemies, you get to be nice to your enemies. And because whenever we get to do things, we honor Christ by loving them. And we must master this mentality to get love, to bring our heart into it. So see Matthew 5, verse 43 to 44. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, and he says when Jesus, this was Jesus's in quote, and he said when Jesus says, but I tell you, or but listen to this, or whatever, he said that's whenever you need to perk up and be like, oh, God, Jesus is saying something. So he said, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. He said, pastor said, because this is our job description as Christians. Love our enemies and those who persecute us. So love is not just a feeling, it's an action. And it will grow over time. Hang on. I gotta blink. I get alerts on my camera. Something's on my front porch. I don't know. We'll check it out later after we hang up. After you and I hang up, I'll check it. Anyway, if we just need to do the action, and eventually it will grow. Number 2 is let Christ's love be demonstrated through your actions. So he says, hang on, I want to squirt that up. He says we need to be mindful of how we love on people. So he gave an example of whenever he worked at a restaurant. He said if somebody walked in and had like a $65, $75 meal and gave him $2 tip and a church card and said, here, come to church. He said that it didn't leave a good taste in his coworker's mouth because they felt like that it was just a check mark. Oh, I invited somebody to church today. And not that he said that it's bad to give a tip or give a small tip, but he said it was felt as if it was just a minimal thing. He said Christians are known by our love. And so when he said the worst, where he worked, everybody hated to work Sundays at lunch because, he said that Christians are thought of as supposed to be loving and giving. And so when a Christian doesn't give, then people perceive it, especially if they're not Christian. If somebody's not a Christian, the expectation for Christians, I don't mean financially, just in general. We Christians have an expectation by people who don't believe and don't understand. So we need to meet those expectations, which we're all going to fail at over time, or, we're all going to fail at. But as Christians, others have expectations of us. Let's see, James 2, verse 15 to 16. If a brother or sister is without clothes and lacks daily food, and one of you says to them, go in peace, stay warm, and be well fed, but you don't give them what the body needs, what good is it? So that's another example. He said we can't hide from people. We are a light of the world, and people will judge Jesus based on us. He says we either need to be a lit candle or not be a candle at all. So we either need to shine for Jesus or just not let people know we're Christians, because people judge Jesus by what we do. Then 1 John 3, verse 17 and 18. If anyone has this world's goods and sees a fellow believer in need, but withholds compassion from him, how does God's love reside in him? Little children, let us not love in word or speech, but in action and in truth. So we have to, and he said that as a candle, we have to make sure our wick runs deep in Jesus. And we do that by spending time in his word. Loving people is both a command and a choice. So, Jesus says we should, but we have to make that choice every day to love people. Somebody makes you mad at work, got to find a way to love them. You got to at least show them love. Then James 1, verse 22, but be doers of the word and not hearers only. And then James 1, verse 27. Hang on, my nose itching. Who's got a hole in their britches? One of y'all got a hole in your britches. If your nose is itching, somebody's come with the hole in their britches. Wait a minute. Where was I at? I was on G. No. I was on F. James 1, verse 27. Pure and undefiled religion before God the Father is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained from the world. So it's talking about how, if we want to show God's love with others, we need to look out for those in need. Now, back then it was orphans and widows. Now there's other other things, other people around us who have needs. I mean, those too, but there's more than just orphans and widows who need us. So he says we need to do God's work until it becomes part of us. The big takeaway, one loving heart sets another heart on fire. And 1 Corinthians 13, verse 1-3. If I speak human or angelic tongue, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all the faith so that I can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And if I give away all my possessions, and if I give over my body in order to boast, but I do not have love, I gain nothing. So again, the top two commandments that we're supposed to focus on is love God and love our neighbors. So that is, I lost my pen. So that is the focus of last week and this week. So love, 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 guys. All right, I'm probably going to go eat some cheese, and I'll see you, and I'll tell you what I order when Mom and I go out. Bye. All right, I had 2 bites of, she buys that Price brand pimento cheese. It ain't clean. Don't you worry none about it. So 2 bites of pimento cheese and 2 bites of cottage cheese, and then 1 little sprinkle of, she had some shredded Parmesan. She's slacking. She didn't have any sliced cheese in her refrigerator. Judith, you better get your act together, because your baby girl has needs and you're slack-a-lacking. I am the baby. I may be 52, but I'll always be the baby. So get it together, Judith. Get it together. Now to come in and read some comments on Judy's floor. I'm telling you, there ain't no floor as clean as Judy's floor. I have been walking behind her, and she'll stop and see a hair on the floor, and she'll stop and pick it up. I'm telling you, there ain't no floor as clean as Judy's floor. So, yeah, I don't even know if she walks. Well, she does go outside, but yeah, this is just the cleanest floor. I bet you I could drop some pizza sauce and lick it off this floor, and it'd be cleaner than my plates. Than my plates right when they come out of the dishwasher. I'm just kidding. Okay, bye. Hey, quick reminder, if you have a channel or you are selling something or whatever you have, don't forget, put links in my comments. Put your channel down in my comments. And then people who don't, go in the comment section, because there's a lot of y'all who I follow that have different, everybody has different things that they do and different journeys. And I'm telling you, I learned from every one of y'all. I learned from those of y'all who do Temu ads, those of y'all who are hauls, those of y'all who eat carnivore, those of y'all who do OMAD, those of y'all who do everything. I just learned from all y'all. So if you have, I'm sorry, if you all sell something or have a link to something, look kind of inappropriate there. Anyway, if y'all sell something or have a video link, make sure you put it down in this video and tell us, so that way other people can follow each other. All right, well, I gotta go. Bye. I sure am chatty today. I know, because I get to see my mama. It's Jesus and Judy Day. Yay! See how often I call my mother? 12:03, 9:15, 6:15 p.m. Then her friend called. Then I called yesterday, 11:40. And then there's some other people. But yeah, I call my mother that often. Yes, I do. I have 2 sides of broccoli and a chopped steak. And I gave Mama the roll. All right, Judy, smile, but there's my lunch date today. Woo-wee, I am full and happy. Yes, sirree, Bob. I ate it all. And it was amazing. I tell you what, long-eared dogs are cute, but that poor Lou and his ears, he's shaking his head again, and So he's supposed to see the doctor on Friday, but it ain't soon enough. Poor fella. He digs and then it hurts, but it itches, so he scratches. I just feel so bad for him, but his appointment's Friday, and they already closed up one ear totally because there was so much drainage that it damaged the tube. He just has such terrible allergies, and so they've got me giving him. So Lou, while he's mine, he's actually funded and paid for while I have 3 other dogs by Max Mission. So I'm kind of under their guidance for him, and they set up his appointments and stuff like that. So I can't just walk him into the vet and say, here, fix this, I'll pay for it. He's under their financial, I don't know, they're like his medical benefactor. Anyway, so yeah, so you're gonna hear him in the background squalling if he can't keep his foot out of his ear till Friday. Okay, so yeah, so I had a good time visiting with Mom. Her lawn guy was there, and he was working on planting some seed, and so Mom had to be out there with him. They were setting up watering stuff. So a guy in Mom's town, he had messaged me on Facebook when I was asking about, you know, where do people get other kinds of meat, and so he brought a deer sausage, the kind that got sugar in it, but the kind that you slice up and eat on crackers. He brought me some ground deer, you know, like in the 1 pound package, like he had it processed, and then 2 deer tenderloins. I'm so stinking excited to try it. I've had deer like years and years and years ago, but never since I know how to cook. You know, it was always somebody else making it. So I'm excited to see how it tastes. I know it's a lean meat, so I'll definitely be cooking it in some ghee and tallow and stuff like that. But I'm excited to cook it like just how I cook my steaks and see, you know, that difference in flavor. So, all right, well, let's get on to it. So, oh, y'all. Bad day, really, really bad day of eating. You saw, I'm not my lunch. That was fine. But on top of about 5 handfuls of mixed nuts. I just can't stop. I just can't stop. I shouldn't have started, but I did, and then I can't stop. So, unfortunately, Mom was outside working with her lawn guy so much, and I was just in there, in the nuts. So, I probably have about 1,000 calories just in mixed nuts. I just was compelled to go. So, I really shouldn't even eat supper, but I am, because I don't believe in missing a meal because I ate bad. So what I have, it is 7 ounces of 93% ground beef. I have some ketchup, G-Hughes ketchup, some G-Hughes barbecue sauce. I have some sweet, no sugar added sweet relish in there, and some minced onions. So and some that chèvre goat cheese. Let's just say goat cheese. Whoa. That's an amazing combination. Whoa. Editing Terry, add more goat cheese to the shopping list. Like, I don't even want to talk to you people. I just want to keep eating. I mean, I will talk to you, but I don't want to. This creamy did not have a label on it. No idea. None. No clue. No clue. Maybe pecan. Maybe pecan and caramel. No, it's fruity. This might be the strawberry and fruity pebbles. I don't know. It's good. I'm gonna eat it. So there you go. That's a wrap for today. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. If I survive after eating all them nuts, I'm probably gonna poop myself to death tonight. Lordy mercy. It is what it is. I did it. Now we get back on track starting right this next meal. All right. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.